student C, is this your water bottle here?
No, that's yours.
Okay, good. My throat's feeling kind of a slight drought here. Talofa. Talofa.
Talofa.
So I'm Pika Palaita. I'm one of very few Samoan students graduating with PhD. I'm probably the second Samoan that's getting a PhD from the University of California, Berkeley. I'm not only in my program, but in the history of the institution. So, Dr. Basri, Dr. Muller, please give me a job. I love my Samoans, man. They teach me how to hustle. And I am hustling for a job. But I'm the other Samoan here that also got a PhD in my program. We probably make up 0.00003% of any average NFL team. My tribe is not only here in the Bay Area, they are in LA, they are up in Seattle, and then they are found in any NFL team you can think of. And the protest at the 49er game, the last time I protested at the 49er game was when the Seahawks were in town. So I prepared a few remarks. Good evening. Before I begin my short remarks, I'd like to honor the presence of the Ohlone people, the first peoples of this land. Secondly, I'd like to thank our ancestors, our families, and friends joining us today in celebrating the accomplishments of the class of 2015. I also want to thank Auntie Carmen and Cynthia, the American Indian Graduate Program, who welcomed all our Pacific Islander students and made a home for Islander students who are here, who are also struggling with higher education and also trying to get our numbers up. And I really appreciate the love that all of you and all of our Native students have extended to our community and helping us find a home here at Cal. And of course, lastly, my dissertation committee, a big fat malo and fat tai, to my mentors and esteemed professors, Dr. Patricia Hilden, Dr. Rick Bonus, Dr. Michael Omi, Dr. Waldo Martin, and of course, Dr. Tortu Palaita. Last but not least, my parents, my sisters and my brothers, my nieces and my nephews, my extended families for your gracious support. Mahalo. You know, these past few weeks I've been struggling with the kinds of things one should say to a graduating class, especially when all of you have arrived successfully at this moment. But who needs to tell you anything, right? Then it occurred to me last night, thanks to a MySpace update. Oh, sorry, Facebook. I still got a MySpace, check me out. But that old MySpace page set to focus. So in this last minute, I'm prepared, pulling an all-nighter because I didn't finish my paper and just made a few hours ago speech. I'm going to try and focus on a few things that college graduates should think about as you're ready to encounter the dynamics of a complex world. Focus is too simple of a term. A deeper analysis of this term makes me want to ask this graduating class, what makes you focused enough to bring you where you are today? To rephrase this question, what made your education meaningful to you? So meaningful enough that you were able to get through it. When I graduated back in 1492, sorry, I know that's not a good year for all of us. I undoubtedly experienced what you are feeling today: uncertainty, fear. What am I supposed to do with this degree? Who will hire me now? I know Basri will hire me. What am I going to do? Along with all the feelings associated with not knowing what's going to happen. But you only need to look at yourself. Look at the transition that you made from high school to your freshman year in college. So first, let me remind you that it's okay and quite natural to feel this way. And secondly, because it's natural for us to feel this way, it's also natural for us to overcome it. The small or big example of triumph tells us something significant and even more miraculous about your ability to rise above uncertainty and prevail over fear. How did you do this? The answers are many, perhaps few, but no matter what your answer may be, I believe the fundamental element of your answer is a sense of what it means to love. Why shouldn't we forget this? Because the same things that you love, the very same things that brought you here today, the very same things that brought meaning to your education, you will need even more as you leave Cal. But let me be clear, my intention is not to tell you how to make love, or love something or someone. These things you already know, I hope. What I am encouraging you to do today is to recalibrate our conception of love. So instead of asking yourself, what things do I love, ask yourself, who loves me? And what you will find is a vast ocean of meaningful answers rather than a simple list of things. Graduates, the love I'm talking about is everlasting. Love that is undying. Love that is constant. Love that is healing. Love that is unconditional. Love that is seen. And love that is always there. So what is that love? It is love that is a beacon of inspiration. It is love that is a compass of direction. It is a love that allows you to rise above uncertainty. It is definitely a love that prevails over fear. Today is a momentous occasion. And today we are reminded of how successful we can be if we live within love, and how difficult our lives would be if we live without it. Your families, your children, your friends, your mentors, your ancestors are all here because of their commitment to loving you despite the choices you make in your lives. I urge you all to continue to write the next few chapters of what it means to love and whatever you decide to do, because doing so leaves a legacy for tomorrow's generations to follow. Graduates, there will be moments when the vision down your path towards success will become blurred, making your journey treacherous, hard to navigate, and fraught with overwhelming fear. The common reaction to this is to give up, change direction, or ignore it altogether. But I say to you, be steadfast, stay the course. Because when I encounter these challenging moments, I remind myself about the power of love that can be drawn from a village, a family, a community, an ocean, and hoping to dispelling our fears of moving forward. I leave you with a famous quote made by Samoan chief during Western Samoa's independence movement in the early 1930s against the British, who were demanding that the chief and its people relinquish sovereignty over the Samoan Islands. In the face of fear and an absolute loss in the battle against a strong and armed British military, he uttered, "We are moved by love, but never by intimidation." Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much, David.
And now I'd like to introduce Professor Patricia Pan-Gilgan. She'll be doing the next honor.
Dr. David, Palaita. You need to stand up. Palaita. For